time. As you know, diphtheria is up and about. It was a disease that was around when I was growing up when I was a kid in the 1960s and 70s. Back in the day, we were vaccinated against it, but low vaccination rates have been blamed for the worst diphtheria outbreak, which is spreading to WA. And Kyle Hoath joins me now. He's the president of the AMA here in WA. G'day, Kyle.
Good morning.
Are we as a group over vaccinations because of what happened during COVID, do you think?
I'd like to think that wasn't the cause, but we're definitely seeing a bit of vaccine fatigue. I think it's been sort of labelled where vaccine numbers for things that previously we'd have all but eradicated or certainly removed to the point of not seeing spread in our communities are starting to spread again. And not just things like flu, but we talked about the rates of polio vaccinations a couple of weeks ago, and now to see diphtheria spread through the northern part of WA. I mean, we haven't had a diphtheria outbreak like this in an extremely long time. It's very concerning.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Kyle, I think, I'm of the generation, I've got the little round dot on my arm from the TB jab, but I mean, immunisation has changed a great deal since that time. In the jabs that infants get nowadays, Kyle, I think it's at 2, 4, 6, 9 months and maybe a year from memory from your community nurses and the like. Is diphtheria part of that?
Yeah, diphtheria is part of our vaccine schedule, so it's covered. You get it in your 2, 4, 6, and 18 months, and then a booster at 4. I think, if I'm correct. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it is covered in childhood vaccinations. We know that it doesn't last forever; it tends to last about maybe 10 years worth of coverage, and so it is in some of those routine adult boosters that you would get along with tetanus and a few others. So it is normally sort of lumped in that.
I'm asking perhaps for a theory here, Kyle, if I may. With regards to the outbreak in WA and the rest of Australia, is it possible that people weren't immunised as infants, 10, 15, 20 years ago, and this is the outcome?
Potentially, yes. But in general, just seeing that vaccination rate drop. And unfortunately, we are seeing it spread through parts of the community that haven't had great vaccination rates for a while. So, you're right in that part of this is a legacy of not having had vaccinations in childhood. But regardless, we're not seeing those numbers go up. We're seeing those numbers go down. And so, again, just concerning because, the diphtheria vaccine works extremely well to eradicate diphtheria as a disease that spreads. So it's an easy one for us to solve with vaccination. So disappointing to find ourselves in this situation, but a bit of a wake-up call to us, I guess, that this is why we have these vaccine schedules, and this is why we kind of make a bit of a point about keeping everybody informed.
So, Kyle, I guess we're talking to families in waiting, mums and dads in waiting. What would you say to them today about vaccination wherever you live in WA?
Yeah, look, wherever you live in WA, I mean, vaccines are not a new thing. This is something that's been around for a very long time. And despite some of the fear, there's no evidence that vaccines do anything other than save millions of lives every year. I mean, they prevent the spread of disease that cost the lives of particularly those that are most vulnerable, so our young and our old. So, look, vaccination is an incredibly effective and important part of our healthcare. Prevention is always better than cure. So please use this as a reminder. Go out there, get your flu jab. Make sure your diphtheria-tetanus-pertussis is up to date. And please keep yourself well.
Thanks for the chat, Kyle. As always, appreciate your time.
My pleasure. Take care.
Kyle Hoath, president of the AMA WA. So.